says we're recording.
Are we?
It says so. I can only take this thing at its word.
Okay.
Everybody, welcome to We Need Wrestling.
Welcome back for us.
Fair warning. You will see a short episode. I'm sure you already did. I'll put this out on Twitter. If you're looking at this, the runtime is very short. We just got done recording about 2.5 hours of a podcast because it was a giant week. And we got new recording equipment, supposed to be simpler, supposed to be a lot easier, less connections. Our old setup was running the microphones through like 3 things before it got to a computer. This is a new simpler piece of equipment that is very high reviewed, and it didn't record. So it recorded the first 2 minutes and then shit the bed.
Sure did.
I don't know why. I know that this will be going back. And I'm going to stick with the same piece of equipment because I think it would sound good and it's supposed to be a lot simpler. Just going to say whatever.
Was it when you tried to hit your fancy round of applause button?
No, because if you listened when it cut, it was mid-sentence for you.
Oh, yeah, I was singing.
Yeah.
If There's a Hero from the first Spider-Man soundtrack.
Right.
I'm so high, I could see heaven.
Right, because, I can hit the applause button right now.
Okay, and nothing happens.
There's an applause happening.
Yeah.
I also asked you to tell a joke.
Yeah.
And there's a drum thing. But yeah, I don't know what happened. But we're gonna give you something to at least
wet your whistle.
Right. We'll at least run through, I guess, what's good. I deleted my notes as we went through. Both of us are very frustrated, but we didn't want to just walk out on an episode.
I did not delete my notes.
Good.
I remember I used to delete my notes as we go. I stopped doing that.
I didn't because I had faith in this machine, and then look what happened. That's why. I jinxed us. Yeah, so we are over the 2-minute mark here. There are no sort of anything happening.
Yeah.
But I'm going to pause, and I'm going to try and listen back, and then I'm going to try and go back into it again.
Let's do it.
All right, so I tested it. Run and playback.
Let's try it, man.
I guess we'll see what happens. We've been through this issue before with different equipment. I don't know how in any way it would just be our microphone going into this thing that caused it. I have no idea.
It makes zero fucking sense.
Zero sense. But let's talk a bit.
I don't know newfangled technology, man.
Let's at least do a We Need Wrestling What's Good edition.
What's good?
What's good?
Ain't nothing good.
Because neither of us have the energy or stamina. At least I don't have the energy or stamina.
I'll fucking turn it up
to do 2.5 hours again.
I'll turn it up.
But I will give you somewhat of an episode.
I got a
but
monster
Brett,
in your fridge. I'll fucking chug it.
I don't want to do that.
I'll shotgun that goddamn thing.
But you, sir, have your notes.
I do.
So you direct us through the What's Good edition.
Okay.
Of We Need Wrestling, I guess.
We'll
do you want to catch anybody up on how you are, like we did in the beginning of the episode at all?
I'm good.
How
are you?
I was much better 2.5 hours ago.
Yeah, me too. That's a bummer, but
it's a super bummer. I was super excited about this new equipment. This is the first episode when we did Wings on Wings on it.
It was perfect,
and it worked fine. So I have no idea what's going on.
I know. You're a nervous Nelly right now. I can tell.
Oh, super nervous.
Wow.
To be fair, I've been nervous ever since the last time the last mixer on the old recording stuff had corrupted. I would literally hold my breath every time we listened back because I was worried about it. So it's not that much of a change.
Yeah.
But this will be getting returned as defective, and I will bring a new one in.
We got this.
So
we'll
I wonder because I did buy the protection plan for it.
Well, then there you go.
But like Amazon just lets me return it outright because it's within the return phase.
Well, then there you go.
But will that protection plan get returned also, or will it count on the new one, or will I have to rebuy it? I don't know. We'll figure it out. I'll worry about that another day. Let's get to the What's Good episode of We Need Wrestling.
So I'm not. Yeah, let's just do it.
We'll run through what we're running through.
NXT
the news.
Battleground.
Hold on. The news. Congratulations to us. We did it. Bob Uecker's in the Hall of Fame because of our campaign.
Yes, thanks to us. Strengths only us.
Thanks to us. 13 years ago, Bob Uecker got in the WWE Hall of Fame. All right. I went through the news, but we're not going to do that again.
I feel bad.
What a fucking bummer this is. I'll try and not be a downer. Let's run through this fucking week of goddamn wrestling again.
NXT Battleground had a really good last man standing match between Ilya Dragunov and Dijak.
Yeah, we watched that. No, I'm only kidding. We watched that. You had me watch that before we sat down to record.
I did.
It was very good. We haven't watched NXT in a very long time.
No. It was fucking awesome.
It was awesome. Brass tacks, the highlight of the episode. The what's good of this match is Dijak is using a Singapore cane on Dragunov in the corner and hitting him in the chest and the midsection, but also collateral damaging his knuckles and eventually his forearm, which welt up. And like Dragunov is like, when he takes the hit, he just looks at his knuckles and he's like, "Why?" And like his gimmick is
the pure pain.
Oh yeah, his gimmick is like I live for pain kind of thing. Like even at one point, Dijak's like, "Are you alive yet?" or whatever.
Yeah.
But his knuckles are just obliterated, and then he gets like Popeye forearm and an immediate welt.
Purple and gross and match fucking rocked.
It was a really good match though. Go watch it on NXT on the cock for real. We both really liked it. It was really cool.
Yeah.
It was a very good hard hitting match. So I don't know why Dijak isn't used. Probably because he doesn't have a personality.
Yeah.
But he's a big guy and he's got a decent look.
Yeah.
But I think he's just gonna live in NXT until he's eventually gone. But it was very good.
AEW Double or Nothing. What's Good edition?
Yes.
Battle Royal was
Almost nothing, sadly.
Oh.
No, it was fine.
Battle Royal was really cool.
Yes.
OC and Swerve at the end was awesome.
Yeah, that probably like the best finish of wrestling this week was there. So you see it clipped all over the place, but Swerve sort of grasping for the rope and OC lazily hits his hand off of it. Really great stuff. OC's on a god run.
Yeah.
Big Bill, also a highlight of that Battle Royal. He deserves some praise for his work this week.
You sure do.
But yeah, a lot of people didn't think OC was going to win. But I think even me included, I probably would have bet against him here, outlasting 20 other guys. But he does, and he's awesome, and he's on a god run.
Sure.
It's a shame that the crowd in Vegas fucking sucked.
Yeah, terrible crowd this pay-per-view.
So that they couldn't live in the moment that was OC winning.
Yeah. We both got to live in the moment of Joe Sposto watching Jeff Jericho for his third AEW tag team title.
Yes.
Which did not happen, though.
No. I can't tell you that whether or not this was a good match. I can tell you I enjoyed it. But I can tell you that our viewing experience was drastically altered by being in a room with a, dare I say, shrieking Joe Sposto. Every time.
Sounds like that would be a shock jock.
Yeah.
DJ name.
Every time Jarrett did anything that looked like it was going to be the end, Joe was shrieking with joy. Palpitating, if you will. The heart was aflutter, the stomach had butterflies, and he was on one.
The back was cracking, the
back
liver was quivering.
Right, exactly. But sadly, Jeff Jarrett did not live on the end of a lightning bolt and did not win. Because didn't they hit Briscoe or something? Didn't that happen? Didn't he get hit and then he gave somebody a move?
Yeah. All I know is Karen Jarrett fucking El Kabong.
Yeah.
Yeah. Aubrey Edwards.
We talked about this on the last podcast that you're not ever going to hear. But I understand Karen Jarrett a little better now because she was just in fans' faces, which I think is very dangerous.
I love it.
But and she El Kabonged Aubrey, which Joe had called, like, Aubrey's going to come to fuck with Jarrett, and that's the end of that.
Yeah.
So
another one who won, Wardlow.
Yeah.
Kept the TNT title over Christian.
He did.
Ladder match.
You said that people didn't really like this match. I don't understand.
I don't understand it either. I thought it was awesome.
Wardlow obliterated a ladder and tried to climb it anyway.
The Wardlow kicks ass.
Yeah, and did a swanton off of a giant thing.
Arn Anderson bit a dinosaur's thumb off.
He did, and then looked like a zombie because of all the caked blood. He did bite, and it was well done. But yeah, he in fact did bite Luchasaurus's thumb off.
Fuck yeah.
So that's interesting. That's an interesting idea. Arn finally coming into his own, I think, here with the Wardlow.
I love it.
I thought we were getting a spine buster. Maybe those days are finally behind us.
He dropped the DDT the other day.
He did drop it. Yeah,
he could do a spine.
Yeah, that's true. Arn fucking rules, man.
Other things that rule.
Yes.
Jade Cargill beat Ty Valkyrie.
Right. Jade had a great entrance.
Yes.
Jade looks like $1 million. Good on her. We kind of knew that Taya was going to be her last victory at the pay-per-view, 60-0. I think she was supposed to end at 40 or 25.
Yeah, I don't know.
When Stack got hurt.
Well, Chris Statlahender's no longer hurt.
Yes.
She's back, baby.
She's back.
She's the new TBS champion.
Smart Mark runs his mouth a little bit, and
Mama's
right,
home.
the quadruple stat comes out, and
Yeah.
in her
Should we wear
leather jacket
Yeah,
with a denim vest over it, and her Kangol backwards, she wins the TBS title, rightfully so. I know we waited. I know it's not common wrestling practice to stall something for as long as they did.
I like it, though.
But I have no problem with it because there was nobody else legit to beat Jade that crowd would react for.
Yeah.
Maybe Emi Sakura or Willow. But
Willow.
but yeah, Taya and Jade's match wasn't as terrible as the TV match, but it still wasn't great. Taya stinky doo-doo. And also, we didn't talk about this last time. We talk about it now. Why the fuck are they letting Taya just get a shot at Statlander now? Like, you lost, now you're going to challenge the next person?
That stinks out.
That match is going to stink, too, because Taya Valkyrie stinks.
Pillar's main event, or not main event, co-main event, I guess you would say. MJF obviously retains.
Right, it was a letdown, though.
Yeah, not
great.
Not great.
It does not have its place, actually, in the What's Good edition of We Need Wrestling.
Yeah, I just forgot to mention that.
That's a What's Not Good edition.
It
was fine. And not that it was bad. Fine.
What's all right?
It's the What's All Right edition.
Yeah.
It's the exact match that I felt we were getting this entire time, the way this build sort of worked out, right? They didn't break beyond the sort of shitty promos and build that they had for this, which shown by the fact that all the other pillars, we had a whole fucking conversation about that I'm not going to rehash.
It was a good conversation.
It was about who the pillars would be and why they matter and this and that. I'm sure we'll bring it up again. But as shown by the booking on Dynamite, they're not doing anything else with it was a failed experiment, if anything. So Max wasn't even on the show, and the two of the other pillars that are back in different things. So no mention.
What I will mention, Anarchy in the Arena.
Yes, this is
fits in the what's good.
Yeah, for sure.
It's not as good as the first one.
No,
that first one.
It has no arsonist Eddie Kingston in it.
Yeah, bloody zombie Eddie Kingston. Yeah. It was good though. Moxley's a madman. He's an MVP.
Yeah.
He got a lot of color. Mm-hmm. In the end, though, Don Callis comes out when Omega's about to put down Yuta.
Yeah.
Takeshita jumps Omega.
Mm-hmm.
Wheeler Yuta pins pins Kenny Omega on pay-per-view.
Right.
Crazy.
Huge moment.
I love Yuta. Good for him, man.
Yeah, and we talked about this on Dynamite. They're clearly in like a get Yuta over phase. Let's make his stuff matter. It's not like Mox or Claudio.
They don't need the wins.
They don't need the wins. Like Yuta getting the pinning Omega is a way bigger deal and a way cooler moment for him.
And they know that.
Yeah, for sure.
They know that. Dynamite. Blackpool Combat Club, Lucha Brothers, and Bandito had a cool match. Bandito rocks.
Yeah, people made fun of his outfit, but he was supposed to be some Mexican superhero TV show or something.
Yes.
So it's not for you. That doesn't mean it's stupid. Yeah, the 60-second stall.
Wheeler Yuta getting the pin again,
right,
on Bandito.
Yeah,
fucking wild. Good for him.
You think people are? I got a text message saying that are they gearing up Yuta to win the international title? And I don't think Yuta needs it. I don't think that's what they're doing.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Bullet Club Gold,
yes,
called out FTR with their buddy Tony Schiavone. And this sucks because we had a really good conversation about this too.
We did. We had a great conversation. It was a great episode.
Yeah,
I'm sorry nobody's going to hear it.
It was.
Instead, you're getting this, whatever this is.
Juice Robinson throwing a left hand of God and murdering with his quarters in his hand, murdering FTR hair. Starks runs out, challenges Jay White for next week's Dynamite.
And my theory, mark it down. Second time I'm saying it tonight, so it's in the ether. Ricky Starks joins Bullet Club Gold.
All right.
Next week. It's gonna be a swerve. He works better as a heel. He just did that interview, which was the sort of the catalyst of the Pillars debate here, saying he doesn't really like it because if they're the Pillars, who the fuck am I? Like if I have better matches than them, but I'll never be a Pillar.
Yeah.
But I think Ricky goes and joins Bullet Club because you can't have a club with just two people. And
that's just a duo they have
yes.
now.
And as I said to you, that immediately hot shots, whenever they want to do it, Bullet Club Gold versus CM Punk and FTR on Collision, because the next announcement.
CM Punk is officially fucking back.
Yes.
Friends of Phil rejoice.
Right.
My Phil-pilled brothers, my philanthropists. I feel bad because I texted Tim earlier and I was like, hey, we had to talk about you joining the Friends of Phil in our clubhouse and him sauntering in with his Cody jacket.
Yes.
Be like, hey, guys. Oh. So
Yeah.
Tim, open invite.
Yes.
With arms wide open.
Yes, it's like an AA meeting for people, and they're all you're in like a dusty, dirty, smoky church cellar, sitting around on folding chairs, discussing what CM Punk's gonna do next and what was the best CM Punk thing and how great the pipe bomb was, and then Tim walks in his Cody jacket, and they shuffle him away.
He tries to go whoa,
yeah,
and we just look at him.
Yeah, and they tell him that the Nightmare Narcotics Anonymous is next door.
That's right,
and
pal.
this is for the Phil pills.
Yeah, the NNA is
Yes.
next door.
So
Listen, I got an army. I got myself.
yeah,
Marcus enlisted.
okay.
Ed.
Oh,
You know,
yeah?
we're building.
Oh
all right?
God, okay.
Friends of Phil, unite.
Yeah, that's good because Ed can take all the heat off of you guys as he just trolls people.
I love that.
Ed's also in like our
what
neck
a
of the
guy.
woods this weekend. I think at Colossal.
Is it this
Con.
weekend?
Yeah, he's at
Is he
Colossal Con.
working?
He's working.
Isn't
He has a
Battle
panel.
Royal?
I don't know.
There's rumors of that.
Oh, Jesus
Joe,
Christ.
if you're listening, please confirm.
Yeah,
Swerve versus Big Bill versus Trent was really good.
it was. Big Bill was very good. in
Yeah,
this.
we talked about like Swerve was awesome.
Yeah.
Big Bill really was like really
Bill looked
cool.
really good.
Trent was really good too.
Every time I see Big Bill, I like Big Bill because he's 7 foot tall and he does steroids, which is awesome.
The right way.
But
Swerve won.
every time I see Big Bill, I just think of when Hulk Hogan met him and tells the lie about it. He says, "Oh, you got to do a lot of business with you, brother." Yeah,
Remember that time Hulk Hogan told a lie about his penis?
I certainly do.
The Acclaimed.
Mm-hmm.
They say they want Billy Gunn to get gold, and we had a discussion of what type of gold, and I came to the conclusion
Yes.
Billy Gunn's going to take the gold off MJF.
Okay.
Book it.
There you go. I guess it's as valid as Sting doing it, like Joe and Tom Green had said.
All right.
So.
Don Callis comes out to the most nuclear heat ever.
Yeah, probably the best moment of the week in maybe all of wrestling.
It was fucking awesome.
Just that nuclear heat reaction, sort of, this is how you do it, boys. You got the reaction, you feed into the reaction, then you lift them up so the reaction gets even higher, even hotter. We get handsome boy Takeshita coming out, mean mugging.
Sexy hunk.
And Callis just like shows everybody how to do it. And I said,
awesome.
if you had MJF booked for this show, I would have pulled him because he ain't getting that kind of reaction.
Like, I imagine Callis went to the back, and it's that episode of It's Always Sunny where Dennis is like, we just totally got off. That's how I would have been.
Yeah, for sure. One of the craziest moments. The people sharing the clips where you can't hear him talk at all, how loud it was in person.
Crazy.
And Don Callis is building a family. So next week, look for Golga and Luna Vachon and
R.I.P.
Giant Silva.
Probably R.I.P. I'd imagine.
No.
Giant Silva?
Are you going to break my heart here? Is that for real?
Dude, he's a fucking giant. Their life
So what,
expectancy
Kurgan's
isn't
still
long.
alive?
Yeah. Well, that's
Giant
good.
Silva, baby. He's 60 years old and still alive.
All right, well.
He retired in 2011.
Good. Let's get the ICP back so we can do the
Yes.
oddies. Everyone come see the greatest
He,
show.
it says 6th tallest professional wrestler in history from Sao Paulo, Brazil. This is Brazil.
Very good.
Trained by Dory Funk Jr. and Tom Pritchard.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
At the Funkin' Dojo.
Basketball career. He played for the Brazilian national basketball team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good. That's good. And this is the what's
Very
good
much like El Gigante, who started as a basketball player at 7'2". Silva played as a reserve center on Brazil's national team, wearing number 13.
George Marchand would have ate his ass alive.
Probably.
OC and Darby teamed up.
He has 2 mixed martial arts wins by submission.
That's kind of sick.
Yeah.
OC,
He submitted Akibono and Henry Miller. He lost to Heath Herring,
oh, God.
Mayo Ogawa, Takashi Sugiura, Choi Muibi, I don't know who that is,
Like
James
the,
Thompson.
Like Takashi Segura? Mm-hmm. That's sick. Mm-hmm. That rocks. Fuck yeah, Segura.
Yeah, he punched him, TKO'd him in Pride Bushido 4
I wanna go
in
watch
2004. It went 2.5 minutes in round 1.
Good.
Yeah, he went 3 rounds with Heath Herring.
That's hilarious.
So-
Brock Lesnar almost murdered Heath
Yeah,
Herring.
well,
All right. Orange Cassidy, Darby Allin teamed up against the Gates of Agony.
Yes.
This was very good as well.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. Leona looked fucking awesome in this.
Yeah.
Super pumped about him in this match. You would say he like slimmed down a little bit.
He did.
But he was just crushing, dude. He crushed Darby like 2 or 3 times in this match.
Yeah. Match was awesome.
Yeah.
Sting comes back at the end in cool bomber jacket. Sting, he fucking
absolutely.
Rocks.
I know they're doing another Sting action figure. They got to get rid of the trench coat and give us bomber jacket Stinger.
Yeah.
Do you think Sting will have the bomber jacket in the video game that comes out soon?
No. Absolutely not.
Right.
Hook comes out before he talks.
Yeah.
He gets jumped by Infaction and Go Bernal, whatever. Jungle Boy saves him. Yes. A conversation where I thought Jungle Boy would turn on Hook right here. But I do it in the future and have these
maybe down the line. Yeah.
I'm into it.
We'll see.
Chris Statlander. First title defense against Nyla Rose. Stat looked awesome.
Yes, looked great. Nyla looked really good, too. This is one of Nyla's best matches.
Yeah.
He's gearing up for that Tokyo Joshi Pro run.
Hell yeah. It's Nyla versus Yuka Sakazaki.
Yes.
I'm excited.
Who's in the AEW video game, so that's awesome.
Main event sucked, so that's not.
Yeah, we don't need to talk about the main event because it wasn't good. I like this What's Good edition.
Hey, you want to take a trip?
Let's go on a trip.
There's your trip music.
Okay.
We're in Japan.
I'll put the actual trip music in.
Okay. Well, I don't want to fuck with the file right now.
Not right now.
Well,
in post, brother.
Ever. All Japan, Yuji Nagata, and T-Hawk.
Yes.
Had a fucking banger.
Yes.
Yuji Nagata retains. He was old grumpy Nagata.
He was.
Here.
This was the unleashing of grumpy 50-something-year-old Nagata, where he just puts a young man through his paces.
Lots of chops and head dumps,
and by paces I mean head dumps that T-Hawk probably shouldn't be kicking out of to just get more head dumps.
Yeah.
But it was very good.
Good for Nagata.
Yuji rules, and it was hurt for a little bit. So hopefully, I think every time he'll have a title match, I'll probably watch it because I like Yuji a lot.
Same dude.
All Japan's kind of stinky doo doo otherwise. Yeah. But Yuji,
Craigie's trying to convince me, but
I've tried. Yuji rules though, so
ain't working, bruv.
Yeah. Bruv.
Bruv. Oi. Tokyo Joshi Pro.
Yes.
Hype.
Oh my god, we can't get into this at all.
No, we're not going to break down the whole thing. Hyper Misao, which is a fucking superhero. She's a superhero. You love her. I love her.
Right.
Produced her own show.
Right.
And we talked. It really pushed the boundaries of pro wrestling.
So it's 3 matches. The first match is the Hyper Misao 2 Battle Royal, where it's
the audition.
It's the audition to be Hyper Misao 2. Nobody backstage wanted to be in it, so she has a magical gem that she hypnotized everyone. Everyone comes out dressed in Hyper Misao's gear, some from various different eras. Suzumi wins and wakes up from the spell and decides it's a scam because Hyper Misao said that she won. So if she pays her 990,000 yen, that's a discount from the 1 million because she had her own superhero gear already. She can enter the training the training to be Hyper Misao 2, and she decides she just wants to be herself.
There you go.
Shoko Nakajima wrestles Yoshihiko for the Iron Heavy Metal Weight Championship.
Yep. Yoshihiko retains.
With a roll-up, because Yoshihiko's the best wrestler on the planet.
15 minutes.
Yes.
And then the last, I don't even know how to describe this last story.
So the last match is a match that there is an evil scientist.
Performance
Don't
art.
tell anybody that but it's Hyper Misao in a lab coat. And it's a tag match that time travels. You think it's interdimensional hopping, but it's time traveling. At one point, the one team comes out dressed essentially as Bull Nakano and Dump Matsumoto with chains. And then there's another point where Hyper Misao poisons the other team's drinks, so they have belly aches for the match. There's a couple other little time travel things. And then they time travel back to the beginning of the match, have the match for real, where they realize that wrestling, they may have regrets in life, but wrestling isn't one of them.
It's batshit insane.
It is like 40 minutes long. It's nuts. I liked it a lot, but I can't recommend it.
No, yeah,
it's super weird.
If someone said, "Hey, show me a match," I would not. But
no, super weird.
You want to get weird? Man, all right.
But I appreciate them letting Hyper Misao.
Yeah, Hyper Misao.
I get hype. We get hype. Is her tagline
you don't
for the
get
show.
Hype, you stay hyped, Mojo.
Right.
All right.
Hyper Masal is way cooler than Mojo Rawley.
Yeah, tell that to Broski.
I'll tell it to his fucking face. I hate that guy. That guy fucking stinks.
Broski also does.
Yeah.
Come on, they were the hype bros.
Oh, I mean, I hate Broski, too.
Oh, well.
I'll tell. I don't care. I'll tell anybody. Broski's a piece of crap.
Deathmatch King, brother.
Yeah, he's something.
Stardom, Flash of Champions show.
Yes.
I know you watched extra. I have 2 notes.
I did, but the things I watched aren't really worth talking about. So we'll just let's talk the 2
Artist
things.
of Stardom Trios title. The challengers, Donna Del Mondo, which was Julia, Maya Sakurai, and Thekla.
Yes. Thekla. First time seeing Thekla.
Against the champs, Restart, which is Kairi. And, as you know, Kairi Sane. Natsupoi.
Friend of the show, Natsupoi.
Yes, and Saori Anao.
Yes.
Donna Del Mondo wins.
Yes.
This was fucking brutal.
Yeah, this was a fight. You told me that you were shocked at how this didn't break into an actual fist fight.
Yeah.
And I had said the reason why, what's up, Natsupoi, friend of the show, because I tweeted that if wrestlers in the U.S., male wrestlers in the U.S., open hand slapped each other the way the women did in this match, the way Julia or Natsupoi do, or Kairi even, there would be NDAs and lawsuits after every show. I don't know if they're friends or if they're bitter enemies. I know that they certainly seems like they don't get along in this match because there was a lot of hard hits.
That's the friends slash enemies.
And Natsupoi vanity searched and liked our tweet. So
thank you, friend of the show.
Thanks for listening, Natsupoi. Shout out Natsupoi. Shout out Julia.
Shout out Julia.
But yeah, this is hard. This is one of the most hard hitting matches I've maybe seen ever.
Strangely, it's only the 3rd hardest hitting match I thought of the week.
Okay, yeah, I guess so. After seeing Dragunov, and yeah, I guess that makes sense.
I was in the mood for some ass kicking this week.
It is hard hitting, and
it's fucking good.
It was awesome.
I thought it was awesome.
And the main event of the show also very good.
Yeah, the World of Stardom champion Tam Nakano against the Wonder of Stardom champion Mina Shirakawa.
Yes,
title versus title. Tam Nakano wins.
Yes, then we like Tam.
Yeah, so
but Mina just won this belt.
Yeah, double champ. Mm-hmm. I saw some people were kind of like, and I watched it.
Yeah,
and I didn't think it lived up to the hype. I thought it was good, but
it was
I didn't
good.
think it was
good,
great
not great.
Or anything.
Yeah,
which is that
none
defeats
of
the purpose of this show.
None of these matches. That's called what's good.
That's true.
None of these matches were better than like any single match on that pay per view from like a month ago or whatever.
Yeah,
that was an amazing show. But it's still good quality professional wrestling. Yeah. Are they combining these belts or double champs are always weird? There's no good way to resolve it because you have to lose one. And if you're gonna lose one,
in mixed martial arts, it makes sense.
Yeah,
but pro wrestling, I hate it.
But yeah, like, has there ever been like a good way to get out of any of that? Like,
no.
Goldberg just gave up the U.S. title, right? Didn't he have it both at the same time?
I think so. Yeah. And, like, look at Roman; they had to just make him a new, make a whole new belt.
Right. Well, Warrior had both. Did he just?
I think he relinquished the Intercontinental title.
Right.
Yeah,
so
New Japan. They just combined the World and Intercontinental after a long time because it's like we don't know how to get out of this.
Right. It makes that the title that is the lesser one or that's the Intercontinental equivalent seem way lesser.
Yeah,
I never like it. Yeah. I like a champion versus champion match, but for belt, double champions never work. I don't know
unless you're combining the titles for a new title,
right? Unless you announce beforehand you're combining the titles.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of that.
Yeah, and I get like it looks cool when they come out with both belts and stuff, but it just doesn't work. No. I can't. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm sure Joe or Kincannon or somebody will, but like, I don't remember anybody getting gracefully out of a double title sort of thing without just combining the belts.
It just doesn't work for me, brother.
Yeah, just dropping it is like, well, this one's a piece of trash. Then why do I even want it?
Doesn't work for me, dude.
Yeah.
Pro Wrestling Noah.
Yes, that was the end of.
They had a house show.
Yes.
Katsuhiko Nakajima.
Why do you do this on a house show?
Versus Keno.
Yeah.
Brother. I know we talked about it before.
Oh, well, yeah, but
this was a fucking fight.
Yeah.
It was a straight up fight. Yeah. It was a 45-minute draw of a fist fight.
Yeah, it's like a kickboxing match more than a wrestling match.
Fucking awesome. Mm-hmm. I loved it. I know
it was a lot of fun.
You didn't like it as much.
I didn't. I only because there isn't much wrestling beyond strikes.
Just a lot of striking.
And it's still fun to watch. And if you want to watch two guys hit each other real hard, these are the guys. Nakajima and Keno are the dudes to see it. Sort of rivals when they were in Congo together.
Yeah, like Nakajima never fully bought in.
Right. But
like
now
I said in the entrance, everybody would be together.
Yeah.
He'd be in the corner.
Right. Well, when he came out in a Congo shirt and took it off here.
Mind games, brother.
But he's in Access now with Go Shiozaki.
They're back.
They're back, baby. But yeah, they just kick each other in the face real hard for 45 minutes until the bell rings because there's a draw.
Go watch this, please.
Yeah, it's don't expect a typically paced wrestling match, but two guys punching each other for real. Like it's safe to say, and I like this kind of wrestling, but like Stan Hansen and Vader matches had more wrestling than this one did.
Sure.
But they legit kicked the shit out of each other.
Yeah.
Literally and figuratively. For 45 minutes.
Knock the eyes out of each other.
Right.
New Japan.
Yes.
That's the Super Junior semis. Master Wato, Speedball Mike Bailey.
Yes.
Master Wato wins.
Yeah.
In quite the upset.
Very weird. I saw the finals. Like, the way I found out who won to get to the finals is because you said on Twitter, is New Japan on crack with this finish? Yeah, I get it. You know, Wato is the only home signed guy.
Speedball's an Impact guy.
Right. Despy's a freelancer currently coming to
so
the
the
US
other
to wrestle in a
semifinal,
deathmatch.
Teton versus El
Yes.
Desperado. Teton beats El Desperado.
Team beats Despy.
And I was having a talk with our friend Craigie, and we
Yeah.
were both kind of breaking it down.
Shout
and
out Craigie.
How it makes sense where
Yeah.
Desperado's a freelancer, Speedball's an Impact guy.
Right.
You got to invest in your own guys a little bit. And like I said, it reminded me of the Cruiserweight Classic years ago when Ibushi and Zack Sabre Jr. were in the semifinals, and everybody's like, oh, well, that's going to be the final. Well, neither of them signed to a contract, so they didn't win their respective matches,
Right.
you know?
Right.
Which really put a damper on that fucking tournament.
Yeah, I mean, Ibushi was like going to be the big dude there.
Yeah,
So
man,
funny.
We've been a fucking star.
But yeah, this is both those matches were very good. Semifinals were awesome.
Yeah.
I think I liked the Teton Despy a little more, like the intensity. Listen, I guess here's what it breaks down to, because I know you liked Bailey Wato better, but only one of these matches did a man throw an onion at another man.
And one of the matches also featured another man diving off a balcony.
That's
onto
true.
Another man.
That is true.
I can see why.
I will take onion throws over balcony dives.
All right.
If New Jack threw an onion at anybody, he'd probably be the greatest wrestler to have ever lived.
R.I.P.
But he didn't. I don't think New Jack ever threw onions. I think that's
he only threw guns.
Yeah, that's too tame. It's not lethal enough for New Jack.
Finals: Master
Yes.
Wato versus Teton. Wato comes out with Hiroyoshi Tenzan.
Right, his other mentor.
Teton comes out with all of LIJ, which is cool to see.
Yes.
And supporting him. Master Wato is your Best of Super Juniors 30 champion.
Wato wins.
Won the tournament. Match was fucking awesome.
Yeah, match was very good. Really good.
Yeah, like
Really
really good.
I'm not convinced that Wato is a star. Nor am I convinced that Watto's good necessarily.
But this match,
But yeah, it's really fucking good.
yeah,
He looks great. His crucifix bomb kind of finish is really nice. He's got a great German. He goes to the side a little bit, but his finish is like a bridging high angle German. But he has you hooked around your thighs instead of your right above your knees, so you're
cool.
real high angle, which is cool. It's a throwback to your older sort of junior heavyweights, your Sanos and all that sort of stuff. So
yeah.
but yeah, I get it. He's the signed home guy. You gotta at some point you gotta see what your investment can do. They've got a lot of time and money into him.
Yeah.
He's got nice kitty cat T-shirts that he sells.
He sure does.
But you gotta at some point you gotta
Because he looked like a total fucking dweeb when he came in.
right. But you gotta hope your investment pays off. And we sort of talked Dominion's coming up on Sunday.
Yep, this Sunday.
And
Master Wato versus Hiromu Takahashi for the junior title.
I don't want to admit it, but you're probably right. You said before, there's a good chance he wins.
I think so.
And they take a run at and see what they can get out of him. And
Why not? Give him a run with the belt. You have to eventually.
right, he won't be the worst guy to ever have a belt.
No, that's a fact, sir.
Yeah.
Also on Dominion, Claudio makes his New Japan debut.
Right.
Team with Moxley and Shooter against Okada, Tanahashi, and Ishii.
Yes.
That's this Sunday. Excited for that. All right, what was your favorite? I'm just trying to
right.
It's okay, what else can we hit? Okay.
Yes.
Your favorite domestic and international match this
We're
week?
through everything already?
Yeah.
That was fast.
Brother,
why do we do shows that are 2 hours? Why don't we just do this every week where we just fly through and have no personality?
Yeah, right.
We had a lot of fun in that last episode.
I
But anyway,
know, man.
it always happens. That's a downer. What did I say before? Anarchy in the Arena. is because Moxley bled and the one young buck stepped on thumbtacks.
Oh, yeah.
And I liked his exploding foot, even though a lot of other people didn't. I'm going to praise Young Bucks for that. And my international is Yuji Nagata versus T-Hawk, just because I liked watching grumpy old Yuji Nagata punch people in the face and dump young guys on his neck. Slower pace than some of the other matches, but I was just happy to see Yuji back defending a title that I love, even though it's not 3 belts anymore. And I'm a big fan of the grumpy Japanese old man wrestler who just comes and just beats the shit out of people.
Beats up the young kids.
Beats up people. Like Tenru and Kojima in like 03 or whatever. This isn't as good as that. That match is insane.
Just gotta learn them.
But yeah, you gotta, I did these neck bumps. You gotta do these neck bumps. End of story.
Damn right, kid.
Yeah.
So my domestic was Ilya Dragunov versus Dijak.
Yes.
Any match where somebody gets kicked in the chin for real and has a bloody face the rest of the match.
That is true.
I'm into. And also Dragunov's arm after those Singapore cane shots was fucking gross.
Oh my god. Just him looking down at his fingers.
Yeah.
Like, why are you doing this?
But man, it was such a good match. And then international, I'm going Nakajima versus Keno. Because I was in the mood to watch dudes beat the shit out of each other this week.
And they certainly
And
do.
Wrestling fulfilled that part of me this week.
Good.
So that made me very happy. So real quick, I know you didn't buy anything. I bought the Rock Ultimate, the Ringside Yuta, the Ringside Danhausen, and the Danhausen Hook 2-pack.
Yeah.
There we go. There'll be more shit bought in the future.
Yes. My Andre Ultimate is supposed to be here Tuesday. I guess we'll find out.
We will.
I hope. We'll see about it on Amazon for retail, so we'll see.
Yeah. Man, we even had a good conversation at the end of the episode. Now I'm thinking back.
Did we?
Yeah, it was a nice little conversation about like time lost and COVID and all that shit.
Oh, yeah. Well, I guess we can't recapture lightning in a bottle.
Nope. That's gone.
Yeah, that's gone forever, huh?
Yep.
Yeah, that's a shame because it really does. Like, wrestling's back.
Yep.
In a big way.
Yeah.
And that was the conversation.
It feels good.
Right. Wrestling's back in a big way. There's almost too much. Like, we are going to miss stuff, good stuff
it's just
every
gonna
week.
Happen.
Just because we just don't have the time to watch everything.
We both work. I mean, it's
right.
just...
And there's, indies are popping off.
Yeah.
WWE's putting decent stuff up there every now and then.
Yeah.
AEW, the pay-per-view was okay at best, but this Dynamite was really good.
Yep, Dynamite
Collision's going to be fun.
The
this Rampage,
looked,
right, we didn't talk about this Rampage. That's better than some of the pay-per-view, at least on paper.
4 title matches.
Right, I mean, Shibata's on it.
None of them for AEW titles.
Right. New Japan's finally back. Noah is what it is.
Yeah.
Stardom, All Japan. Like, there's
It's
a
awesome.
lot of wrestling out there to watch. If you DDT, we didn't even talk about that last time, but like DDT is like, to me, on the Wrestle Universe app, that's the to watch promotion right now.
Chris Brooks.
Yeah, we didn't
Your
talk about
boy.
my boy. The shoulder harnesses don't work, I guess, huh?
Dislocated shoulder, I think it was.
Was it the other one though? Is he gonna have
I
to
think
double?
it's his right
Is he gonna have
one.
the double shoulder
What if he
harness?
double straps.
Yeah,
Let's go,
X him
brother.
up. All right, Chris Brooks, big shout out.
What's up, brother?
But yeah, it's just time. COVID took a lot of time from everybody,
Yep.
and I think people are really starting now that we're out in the world and things are coming back. I think people are starting to realize that we went through a traumatic event.
Yeah, we went through some shit.
And we're missing a lot of time as a society, as a culture, as a global sort of group. We really did. We lost a lot of time. It's really what it was.
Yep.
And there's nothing we can do about it.
Depressing to think about, but just gotta
but
keep moving forward.
But wrestling's back. You keep moving forward. It's not how hard you get hit. You get up and
Nice rock.
yeah. But yeah, like there's a lot of really great wrestling coming up.
Yeah.
I'm excited. We have LVAC coming up.
Which, oh man, my breaking news at the beginning of the show when we recorded that, it's sold out.
Yeah, just like 10 or 20 left at the
that's
door.
it.
Not even all the matches announced.
No.
Gummy Board. When you guys are on the Enjoy show with Yamashita.
Yes, Boar, brother. I need a favor.
Talk to Brett about that.
Uh-huh.
I had pumped up this recording equipment like that we could have guests on.
Dude, that was the kiss of death. Mm-hmm. It really was, because we were like, oh, this is so cool.
Right?
This is going to be great. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Cool.
And this is going to come off. And
fucking great.
This is, like, just not the quality that we like to put out every week, but at least we're giving you a show.
Yeah.
I guess. But our recommendations are there.
Shows.
reach out if you have any questions, you want any recommendations, you need help finding any of these things. I watched Dark Side of the Ring. We didn't talk about that.
Yeah.
Which just basically became the shit on Tammy Sitch show, which is warranted.
As it should.
Learned some stuff about Candido that I didn't. I watched Lance Storm cry, which is very upsetting to me.
That hurts my heart.
But watch that Dark Side of the Ring. I mean, I guess we'll be back. We flew through this. We'll be back next week.
Yeah.
With a new piece of equipment here because I'm gonna
soon to be named network.com. Soon to be named network.tumblr.com.
Because I'm gonna return this piece of crap, I guess.
SBN Network on Twitter. Final Wrestling Place, Add-ons with Wrestling, Long Black Heroes, Long Black Heroes After Dark.
Right.
Wings on Wings.
All of those things.
Hayabusa.
I
could do that.
You can. See, there you go. You did a great job.
Yeah.
Don't let Michelle know you could do the plugs, or she'll refuse to do them on Wings on Wings.
Can't fib that, brother.
But I mean, yeah, I guess that's it.
Yep.
How
nervous are you right now?
Oh, dude, I'm super nervous. If you're listening to this right now, just let it be known that it is a goddamn miracle.
Yeah.
That I didn't fire this thing off the fucking wall.
Yeah.
When the SD card came up blank. So.
You want to go have a moment of truth?
Yeah, I even reached out to people and was like, "Yeah, you've recorded on stuff like this. Do I have to worry about corrupt files or not recording?" And no, this should work perfectly. It's just boom,
you need
boom,
to reach
boom.
out to that person tomorrow.
And I drive to his house, fucking move all his shit back out of his house that I moved in. Walk in, apologize to Sam, and just start throwing their furniture in the street.
So just the whole time, don't mind us. Don't. Yeah.
Yeah.
This needs to be done to make the universe right.
Right. It needs to be done. A bad piece of advice. But yeah, thanks for listening. Thanks for supporting.
Thank you for being a friend.
If this is your first time listening, you got this far.
Stick around.
I'll send you. If this is your first time listening and you got this far, hit us up at WeNeedWrestling@gmail.com, and I will PayPal you $10.
Yeah, I will not, but that's fine. I will. PayPal me $10.
Yeah. But yeah, I promise we'll be better next. Well, I can't make that promise.
Yeah, don't make fucking promises.
I can't make promises. I'm writing checks. My ash can't. My ass.
Your ass.
My ass
You're
can't
a mess.
possibly cash. Wheeler.
Your ass is in the jackpot now.
I don't know what that means.
I said it years ago on the show.
On this show?
Uh-huh.
How do you remember what you said years ago on the show?
I remember Joe emailed. He's like, "What the fuck does that mean?"
Okay, well, what the fuck does that mean?
It's an old baseball clip.
Oh.
It's an umpire and a manager yelling at each other, and the umpire saying, "Our ass is in the jackpot now."
I don't know what that means.
I'll explain.
You yelled at me on the lost recording for saying, "Say goodnight, Gracie."
There's no proof of that.
And now
there's no proof.
And,
of
and
that.
now you're gonna throw.
You can't prove that.
You're gonna throw something about jackpots
you
out here.
You can't prove that.
That's fucked up, is what that is. This isn't a baseball podcast.
Let's hope this file ain't fucked up. Goodbye.
There it is.
You're listening to the soon-to-be-named network, the Lamborghini of podcast networks.
Knock it off, nerds!